So hello friend, today I'm going to be explaining you about some structural problem in which we have some data. On the basis of we have to determine the thickness of the strata. So before starting the lecture, you must remember four concepts. That is, first is a strike. Strike, it is what? It is a if it is a bed or it is a material which deposited or we make relation with the horizontal surface. That direction we call as a strike, or making angle with the planar surface, and that angle is called as dipping angle. That angle is called as dip. You must remember here that strike is always perpendicular to the dip direction, or dip is always perpendicular to the strike direction. If we know the dip direction, we can find out the strike direction. If its dip is moving this direction, then strike will be this, because these are relation. Dip is perpendicular to the strike direction also. And then remember one thing, that on the surface number of beds are deposited, and the thickness of this bed we can calculate it by distance between these two. Now true thickness we calculated by perpendicular distance between these two. This is called as true thickness. And width we have find out. Width is what? This is the surface area. One bed dipping at this position, another bed dipping at this position. So this is the width of this. This is the one formation. Another is this. So this is the width, WOC, width of the formation. This width of the formation, again this is the width of the formation. One distance between horizontal distance between one bed, one bed start and another and end with, that is distance width called as WOC, means width of the outcrop. And this is called as true thickness. True thickness, it means make perpendicular angle with angle and pass from one bed to a start of one bed and end of the bed. So this is called as true thickness. And vertical thickness also pass any perpendicular line from one bed and which is intersect to the another bed, that is called as vertical thickness. So remember this distance, horizontal distance between one bed, start of the one bed and end of the bed, end of that bed called as width of the outcrop. And vertical thicknesses start from one bed, uh, pass a perpendicular line to the another bed from one particular starting point, then this we get as vertical thickness. And true thickness is a perpendicular distance between this bed, top end or start end, between top end or start end. So this is called as true thickness. On the basis of that, this is a given data. On the basis of, we have to find out sometime vertical thickness, true thickness, or WSC, like way, or either strike or either dip direction. See next, the shale is dipping 90 degree towards north with WC is 470 meter. Find out the vertical thickness and true thickness. So for solving this type of problem, you can mention direction here like this on the paper, north, and then mark north and south. This is basically north and south like this. On the paper for solving, we can write like this, north and south. And what is given? Given is what? Shale is dipping 90 degree towards north. So this is north, so then draw here 90 degree towards north. Then after what is mentioned, WS mean width of the thickness is 470 meter. So width of the thickness, we can plot this from here to take distance is 470 meter, means 4 convert into centimeter, 4.7 centimeter. Then pass line from that 4.7 centimeter point. Because why? Because width is what? Distance between the two beds. This is the distance between the two beds. This is called, this is a one bed and this is a another bed. So this is distance between these two called as WSA. Then we have to find out vertical thickness. We cannot find out vertical thickness here because original bed is vertical, so we cannot find out the vertical thickness. On 90 degree bed is inclined or horizontal, we can find out the vertical thickness. Both bed are vertical, so that's why we cannot find, but true thickness can find out. And true thickness formula is the perpendicular distance between the two beds. So this is the perpendicular distance between two beds, and here bed is vertical, that's why distance is also same, 470 meter. This is a very simple problem. Then next is a limestone bed is dipping at angle 60 degree toward west. If true thickness is 450 meter, here given is true thickness, and find out vertical thickness and width of the outcrop. So here write like mark their direction, then whatever the given data plot it. Say this is, take one line, mention here towards west. So mention here east and the west. Then if true thickness is 450 meter, then true thickness it is what? It is perpendicular distance between the bed. And what I has given, limestone bed dipping at an angle 60 degrees. So make any point here dipping at angle 60 degree toward west. So from this direction take a 60-degree angle. So this is the first given. And then is true thickness is 450 meter. True thickness, it is perpendicular distance between two beds. So here is take a distance 4.5 centimeter, convert it meter into centimeter. For 50 meter, that's why I'm taken 4.5 meter centimeter. So this point is get. And true thickness is what? Vertical distance between two beds. So this is the first bed of limestone, and it is vertical distance. Obviously second bed is moving from this direction. So make parallel line of these two, which moving from this point. Draw the parallel line of this line which is moving from this point, because this is the true thickness. And then need to find out vertical thickness. Then draw perpendicular of bed started point and touches to the second bed, and we get the vertical thickness here. Then measure it by scale and mention it. See again here, we plus bed, then pass, then we take a value of thickness, then pass the bed from that point, and then take vertical thickness and measure it. So next is a coal seam has a vertical thickness is 300 meters. See, vertical thickness is given here. So and dipping northeast, find out the thickness and angle of dip. WS is 490 meter dipping towards northeast. So if I write down here first direction southwest and the northeast. Then is vertical thickness. Vertical thickness is what? This vertical distance from that. Mark any point here and take a vertical distance. How much it is vertical distance? 3 meters. So means 300 centimeter. 300 meters. So take it as a 3 centimeter. And then is width of the outcrop. From if bed vertical thickness, it means from the first point of the bed. So bed is moving from this point. From this point we plot this vertical thickness which is joined to the second bed, but that point is not fixed. Okay, then next is a vertical thickness is I draw. Then next is a which is northeast dipping, and the width of the outcrop. From this width of the outcrop is what? 490 meters. So draw one line here which touches to this line of 3 centimeter. Then last line, then pass parallel line to of these, because this line here is also one bed present in which we take a vertical thickness. Then mark a perpendicular and we will get the true thickness here. See how it is done. Firstly we will get the vertical thickness, and then plot direction. Then this line we have to draw. This is called a surface line which indicates southwest, northwest. And then plot first vertical thickness. We know that vertical thickness is what? We pass the line from starting point of one bed, and it reaches to the another bed, and that distance, measure the distance between this is called as vertical thickness. So pass the line here. First is vertical thickness. So obviously one bed is also start with from this point also, and then we get WC which is 490. It will take as 4.9 centimeter. Then pass one bed which is intersect to this. So obviously another one bed is coming from this direction. So make parallel line of these, and then two thicknesses perpendicular distance between these two beds. So this way we can solve. Then next, sandstone bed has a two deep. One is 5 toward the north 55 degree west. Its fine apparent dip in gradient in direction south 80 degree west and north 80 degree west. When two directions are mentioned here, that time you can plot like this. Only one direction mentioned, that time you plot like this: north, south, east and west. And see what is the given. True dip is 1 as 5 toward. True dip is 1 as 5 toward north 35 degree west. So draw first line north 35 degree west and 1 as 5. So that's why take 5 centimeter distance on this true dip. And then next apparent dip in gradient in direction southwest at 80 degrees. So I taken southwest 80 degree here and northwest 80 degree here. So both three lines are generated. This is first, this is second, and this is second. So deep direction is this. So deep is perpendicular to strike direction, then pass the strike direction like this. So this is the strike direction, and this is the 80 degree, and this is the 80 degree, and pass. And two deep, one is 5. So 5 centimeter divided by 2 deep. So 2 deep is the perpendicular distance between these two bed, one bed and second bed. So this is 1.5, and pass is another line which is second bed, and we will get the true thickness of the every beds. So next is a hill has a northern slope 40 degree, contain a sandstone which dips north at one side. If the true thickness of the bed is 200 meter, find out the WC on north slope. So like write down first line is north, and so north and then hill has a northern slope 40 degree. So from northern direction take a one line which is in 40 degree and which dips at northern at 1 as height. So take 1 as 8. It is a diagram of 1 as 8 is a true thickness. So take that point at here is 1 at 8. From that point we can find out the true thickness. So take perpendicular to thickness at any point, basically take it at that point, and which is 2 centimeter, and pass one line. True thickness is perpendicular distance between two beds. So pass the one line which is parallel to this, and pass, and which reaches to this surface. And so distance between these two colors width of the outcrop, and then vertical thickness make perpendicular at this point to the another bed. Then we will get the true thickness, sorry, vertical thickness. So these are the some problem which helps to find out the thickness of the outcrop or thickness of the wall burden by using the different methods. Thank you.